Looking for a way to really cut through the clutter and focus on what's most important this week? I've got one question for you to ask yourself. Hey, this is Jones Loflin. Welcome to Insights from the Jones Zone, where I give you a way to master your week in 3 minutes or less. No doubt you've started your week and you've already started feeling overwhelmed with all the expectations that you've placed on yourself and all the things that you hope to get done. May I offer you a question to ask a little more often this week that could help you cut through the clutter? You know what the question is? Is this good enough? Or what's a good enough outcome of this task or activity? You know, I think we've just fooled ourselves into believing that everything has to be done perfectly, and certainly that's not the case. There's some things that just need to be done so that we can physically, emotionally, and even mentally focus on those things that are even more critical and that are more important in helping us get the outcomes we're looking for at work or in our personal lives. I think there's 3 reasons why asking that question, what's good enough, are so important. The first one is that it helps set boundaries. If you've already established what's a good enough outcome, you can begin to assign how much time and energy you're going to need to spend to get to that outcome. Fail to define a good enough outcome and you just allow it to fill whatever time you have. Secondly, I think it helps you define what's not good enough. Some of you are screaming at the computer screen right now saying, well, Jones, I could never say my relationship with my coworkers is good enough, or my relationship with my spouse or my children. You know, those things are incredibly important to me. Exactly. So we need to take care of those things that aren't as important, the things that we can define as good enough, and use that time wisely for those things that can never be good enough, that we always need to be growing and improving on. The third reason I think asking what's a good enough outcome is important is if you're a leader or a manager. Helping your team members understand what an acceptable outcome is for a task or assignment helps them to know how they're going to spend their time, and then that frees up their time so that they can be laser focused on what's most important to you as their team leader or manager and helping that team move forward. I really hope it's a fantastic week for you when you've asked the question, what's good enough, more often. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.